Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And a follow-up to the question from the leader. You know, the provincial negotiations have been at an impasse.
Minister of Agriculture.
And we know that they broke down again over the weekend. And your government has now said they will take appropriate action. And I understand just today you say you will table back to work legislation today. But 2 weeks ago you were going to light a fire, and still we've never seen a spark until this very minute when we may see back to work legislation today. I don't know how long that will actually drag on for. So there hasn't certainly, Mr. Speaker, there certainly hasn't been any sense of urgency on the part of the Minister or the Premier. The students are going to lose their entire school year if we do not get them back in the classroom. And take, for example, Durham students alone have been out 25 days today. That's 560,000 student days, Mr. Speaker, in Durham alone. And on top of that, there's only 25 days left in the year. So already we know there's a real problem with getting their school year. So I guess what we're saying is
a reminder to everybody, I give you your cues and I stick with them. Minister?
Yes, thank you. The act that we will be introducing this afternoon is obviously designed to get kids back into the classroom. We want the kids back in the classroom as quickly as possible.
The member from Renfrew, Nipissing, Pembroke, second time. Carry on.
In order to get the kids back in the classroom as quickly as possible, we need to pass the legislation. So I am writing to the leaders of both of the opposition parties to ask for their cooperation in getting this legislation passed this afternoon. But we need their cooperation to do that, Speaker. We can't pass the legislation this afternoon unless we have the cooperation of the other two parties. So I'm waiting to hear their response.
Final supplementary. The member from Simcoe.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And I guess the problem is you asked the Education Relations Committee 10 days ago on May the 15th. They never even worked over the holiday weekend. Neither did the Ontario Labour Relations Board. So all of a sudden now, Mr. Speaker, they're going to table back to work. They want everyone to support this today. But the bottom line is, where has the urgency been, Mr. Speaker? Where has it actually been on behalf of the students in the province of Ontario? We've been asking you for weeks now, to get this thing moving, to get this two-tiered disaster out of the way. So when can we expect the students to be back in the classroom, Mr. Minister?
Stop the clock, please. Stop. Please. Thank you. Minister?
I couldn't quite discern the answer, so let's go over this again. A week ago Friday, I asked the Education Relations Commission for their advice. They consulted with everybody involved. I received that advice this morning. Within an hour of receiving that advice, I have informed the legislature that we will table back to work legislation this afternoon. Good. And I have asked the opposition parties for their cooperation to give unanimous consent to passing second and third reading this afternoon so that we can get the kids back in the classroom. It's over to you, folks. You get to decide.
New question. The Leader of Her Majesty's Loyal Opposition.